today I've got 3 tools that I want to show you that I think every runner should have in their injury prevention toolkit. The 3 tools are something called a stick, or the stick, the foot wheel, and foam roller. The foam roller and the stick are great tools to have to help break up something called trigger points. If you've ever had a sore spot or a tight spot along your IT band, maybe in your calf or in the front of your leg, on your quad, chances are it's probably a trigger point in something called the myofascia. The myofascia is just a fancy word for connective tissue, and you have that running all around your muscles. And people that do repetitive motion, sports that have repetitive motion like running, can often have these trigger points pop up. Basically what happens is because of that repetitive motion, the myofascia can adhere to the muscle, and it causes that tightness or it causes that sore spot. You can also get it just from being sedentary, so somebody who's completely inactive or sitting all day can also have problems with trigger points. But for a foam roller, it's a great tool to help kind of identify where those trigger points are. All you need to do is get a foam roller. You can get these at Walmart or Target, or you can go online and Google them and find them. They're fairly inexpensive. This one's a little bit softer. It's a smaller one. This one's a harder one. It's a little bit bigger. But lay it on the floor on a mat. Then lay down with your hip right on the foam roller. And then just roll your body across. You can go all the way down your leg. And once you get to a spot that you feel it's kind of sore or tight, like I've got one right there, that's probably a trigger point. And what you do is when you find that spot, you just roll back and forth over that area. And that motion, that back and forth motion, helps break up that trigger point, loosen up that myofascia, and kind of break it away from the muscle tissue so that you can get rid of that soreness or that tightness. Then you can roll over on the other side. You may not have any trigger points on that side. A lot of times they'll just be on one side, not on the other. So again, you just lay on your hip, roll all the way down your leg, and I don't feel one on this side. So it's a good stretching technique, a good massage technique. So if you do this, it's good to do it on both sides of your body. So on one side, this side, I might be breaking up a trigger point. This side, I might just help be maintaining and keeping that myofascia loose and separate from the muscle. The other tool that I mentioned was something called the stick, and just like the foam roller, this can help break up those trigger points. But instead of you rolling across the foam roller, the stick, you hold it and you roll it along your body. So along your IT band, you can roll it back and forth all the way down the side of the leg. This tool is great. It comes in different sizes. I like this size because it's easy to carry around, throw in my car. I take it when we have group runs in case a client has a muscle cramp or something. It's good to help break those up. But you can take this, use it behind the leg, work that calf muscle, work the hamstring. You can also use it on the upper body, get those back muscles, your lats. You can use it on your arm. You can use this most anywhere. It's flexible too, so that you can kind of, it contours with your body. But again, it's great for helping to loosen up your muscles. It's also good for helping to break up those trigger points that you might have on your legs or other parts of your body. The third tool that I wanted to show you is something called a foot wheel. And basically it's a little metal rod that's got 3 hard plastic spindles on it. And this one I've had for about 7 or 8 years, and it's starting to have a little wear on it. One little piece is off of it, but it still works fine. But the main purpose of this is the same as the foam roller and the stick, but it's meant to be used with the foot. Remember I said the myofascia is that connective tissue that's wrapped around and along all your muscles. Well, you have similar tissue that runs on the bottom of your foot. It's a thick fibrous material called the plantar fascia. And you may be more familiar with the term plantar fasciitis. That's when the plantar fascia has become inflamed. and it's sore and it hurts. And it's very common with runners. But you can take the foot wheel, roll your foot along. It's better when you stand up. Roll your foot along the foot wheel, and when you find a trigger point, that sore spot, that tight spot, really work it. And it might hurt like the dickens when you find that spot, but eventually, over a couple of sessions with it, you can work out that spot. It really helps keep that plantar fascia loose and stretched out. It's really hard. There's not much you can do to stretch out that plantar fascia. There's not really much of a foot movement that you can do because of where the location that it's at, and it's not a muscle, so it's not something that you can really stretch out like you would flexing or extending a muscle. But the foot wheel helps you do this. I had plantar fasciitis, a pretty bad case of it about 7 or 8 years ago. Got one of these, began using it every night, and before I go to bed, just rub both feet across it several times and got rid of it, and I haven't had any problems with it since. So I use it as a maintenance tool to keep my foot healthy, the bottom of my foot healthy. If you don't want to go the foot wheel route, or you want to try something different before you buy a foot wheel, use a tennis ball. Same idea, just put it underneath the bottom of your foot, roll your foot around on it. To me, it doesn't quite get all the little trigger points that you might have, like the 3 hard spindles on that foot wheel does, but it does a pretty good job. You can do a good job, if you can keep it still, of stretching out that plantar fascia. Another ball that's good to use is a golf ball, or you can just get the practice golf balls. They're really inexpensive. You can buy a bag of them. And they're pretty stiff and keep their shape. And I actually think they work a little better than the tennis balls because of their rigidity. So you just rub your foot, same idea, along the ball, work out that plantar fascia. So these are the 3 tools that I think every runner should have in their injury prevention toolkit: the stick, the foam roller, and the foot wheel. You can Google any of these and find a variety of online places that you can buy these. These tools, the stick and the foot wheel, you can probably find at most running store right here in Greensboro, North Carolina, at Often Running Sports. I know they both they carry both of these, so you can find them there if you're local. This came from a website called performbetter.com, and I believe I bought this at Target. So there's a variety of places you can get these. None of these are hugely expensive, but it's a great investment to help keep you injury-free as you enjoy your running. This is Thad McLaurin with RunnerDude Fitness.